Okay folks, so we're back in the gym again. Another one of my full body workouts. So tonight I'm going to do incline bench. I'm going to do deadlift stroke suitcase dumbbell lift. I'm going to do tricep cable pull downs. And I'm going to do Arnie press for my shoulders. Hamstring curls for my legs. And possibly some ab work and calves. I'm a bit late tonight, so I'm trying to fly on because I had to actually did a wee bit of adjustment to the leg extension on my wee bench, my wee hill fitness bench. Anyway, I'll talk about that again in some other time. So anyway, let's crack on. Let's get this done. Full body workout. Let's have it. Let's go, troops.
Find your intention, let's set it today, let's fucking go. What are the keys to success? What's your secret to success? Well, there really is no secret. I think it's the same basic building blocks and tenets that we all know. Surround yourself with high quality people who believe in the same values and principles and philosophies that you do. And not just in business as entrepreneurs, but just as human beings. Treat people right, treat them good, make them feel good. Think big, think outside of the box, be disruptive with your thoughts. And remember, just because something's never been done before, it doesn't mean it can't be done. It just means we haven't figured out a pathway on how to get it done, and we will get it done. I always have to say too, it's nice to be important, it's more important to be nice.
Right back where you started. Remember when you started, how bad and how desperate you were to be right where you are right now? Yeah, I remember that. You gotta keep that same attitude, man. You gotta keep moving forward. Keep pushing it.
Don't allow fear of failure, the allure, the attractiveness of playing it safe in life to draw you in. You can't get out of life alive. You got to die to leave here.
When you're asleep, ladies and gentlemen, you need your dreams.
Growing, you're going to have more to give. When you find a way out of no way, when you find breath that you don't have, when you find energy that did not exist, when you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you find a way.
Doesn't take any motivation to drive in order to stay down there at a low level. It calls on everything in you, ladies and gentlemen. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Sometimes I have to pull myself out of bed. Come on, Les. Things I know I should do, I don't do. Things I shouldn't do, I do. I found that
One more.
it's necessary that you have the mindset that I can do this. You've got to begin to believe and to fortify that belief and feed that belief by listening to tapes, going to seminars and workshops, by challenging yourself, by stretching yourself.
Don't get so wrapped up in what happened yesterday that you miss out on the opportunities that are waiting for you today. Remember, whenever one door closes, there is another door waiting for you.
So to be successful,
Because you allowed everything around you to destroy you. To destroy your dreams. And your dreams are limitless. They never die. There's gonna be a lot of things swimming beneath your feet. There's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna try to drag you down. But you're not in the business to drown. You're in the business to live. Do not starve yourself from the beauty of life. You must have the ability to nourish nourish your mind. You must have the ability to nourish your soul. Are you ready to succeed? Are you prepared to move forward?
Let me be a spark to show how many different, you don't have to do just one thing. When it's all said and done, my book is gonna be full of all which that Kevin Hart did. Because I never was content with doing just 1, 2, or 3. I only got one life. And in one life, the goal for us is to live it to the best of our ability from the beginning to what's said at the end. Why not?
Some of you don't even realize you have unfinished business. You need to go back where you left off with a new perspective.
If you believe you've been called to be the difference maker, the game changer, the disruptor, the person that comes into a room and commands the atmosphere, if you believe you've been called to be necessary and not grossly irrelevant, then everything you do, everything you see, everything rises and falls on your perspective, your perception, your viewpoint. How do you see this thing? What happens when your perspective, your perception diametrically opposes your reality? Work out X amount of times a week. I must forgive. I must evolve. I must become. I must retain. I must grow. I must live. I must evolve. I must go to the next level. I must live in this type of house. I must drive this type of car. I don't know how bad you think the shoes are that you are wearing. There is another man in this world who feel to walk a mile in the pair that you wear. Marcus, what does this mean? This means that what you are complaining about,
Motherfucker. Let's go, champ.
Makes the impossible possible. You cannot change the past, but you can always change your perspective. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. The severity of your problems is a matter of perspective. Change your perspective, and most of them become insignificant. Some of them will no longer exist as problems, but opportunities. The right perspective is the instrument you need, the tool you need. It's a discipline.
Why does it matter what I do? I got a scholarship, Dad. This is what I actually want to do with my life. I'm going to jelly, chili, or whatever. Julie R is one of the best out there. Life does not stop until they put you in the ground, my friend. You have to keep working and pushing everything that you have to get to what you want to do.
when you don't see a light at the end of your tunnel, you gotta remember the light that is burning inside of you, that nobody is able to put out. There is not a person on this planet that can stop you.
But there are a lot of people out there that are always saying that they want to go back or saying that they have to get back to something. The goal is
And so we're all waiting for perfect. It's an illusion that will never come to you, and it's an excuse to never show up and play. Your story is not meant to be your fortress. Your story is meant to be your fuel.
get out there, work. No matter where you are, no matter what you do, no matter what's going on in your life, you still have a chance. Make it count for something. Get it done and conduct your business.
It's one of the reasons why I embraced my motto, live full, die empty. I made an active choice to start spending and living every single day to the fucking fullest. So when I die, I can die with no regrets. You see, I want to leave a legacy when I die. I want to be remembered forever. And playing it safe acting like everybody else ain't gonna fucking get me there. I'm not gonna be one of the people laid on my fucking deathbed looking back at my life wishing but there's just something in me that keeps me going. You see, there will be days where I feel emotionally beaten, anxious as and in my own head. There's days where I feel so filled with emotion, all I want to do is quit, telling myself every excuse in the book that it is okay to quit. But I just can't find that. You take that first step in the first place. You have that thought? Are you thinking about that goal? Now realize that if you give up, you are spitting on that goal. You are actively choosing to give up on the things that you would like to achieve. I understand it's hard, but life is meant to test you. It's supposed to push you to your breaking point. Because diamonds are only formed through immense pressure.
The number one variable of growing your business in this room that is practical, achievable, doable, is how serious. Going home now and deciding what you just saw in this talk and saying, is he right or is he wrong? And if you find yourself saying, he's right, but I don't want to, I really mean this, that's okay. But then you have to be honest with yourself of where you are in your career, whether that means maybe doing something else because you don't have fire for it, or being content, which is fine, a beautiful thing if you're content, but you have to be aware that this is all happening around you. One of the great things about COVID is it breaks your patterns. When you're able to make it to the other side of a war. And all of the answers were regulation. Gary, this is not going to work because we're going to pay the politicians off. Similar to how I hear car dealerships and car people talk about Tesla or direct to consumer. I promise you, when technology is coming along, hoping for regulation is always going to be a bad strategy. Why do I bring that up right now? Because I want you to do the 50 hours of homework so you can educate or educate people on who you are. If you're uncomfortable with the way you look and you don't want to be on video, then do audio and do a podcast. If you're not sure that you can handle the camera, then write on LinkedIn or Facebook. If you feel more comfortable being the hostess with the mostest, start a Facebook group regionally within your area. One of the greatest arbitrages in this industry right now is starting a Facebook group for the local area where you sell, around the town, not around selling homes, bringing people in, building community, and then just happening to be the person that's hosting that group and picking up your business. These are the black and white tactics available to you. How you build your team and how much empathy you have for the consumer on the other side is the other variable. But the opportunity is staggering.
And your attitude, you have to go, okay. Little roadblock. Cool. How am I going to get through it? How am I going to get around it? What I need you to do is evaluate yourself today. Evaluate yourself to see where you are in this race of life. Many of you don't even realize that you've been racing to the finish line. This life is a race. Some of you need to be pushed to stop running because you've been walking when you haven't been moving for so long. And you don't even know that you're in a race, that all of us are competing to win. But it doesn't matter when you finish. It matters that you believe you. That is trying to drag you down. You must have the mindset. You must be strong. You must be resilient. You must be driven. And you must be able to take whatever's coming at you. If you stumble, if you fall, have the ability to get up But you can't depend on just your body to do the work. You must understand that it's a mental fortitude that gets you through it all. So many people don't have this fortitude. They don't have this attitude. They have no faith in themselves.
You teach me the etiquette. The etiquette for being misunderstood. I war with uneasiness. Everything average makes me sick. Beyond the reach of crowds. What do I do? Do to stop this voice that never ceases. I wrestle with poetic demons. I speak for the lost and all those going through pain. Every word I say, the sound of a comeback. Testifying of your victory. A witness to your overcoming. Because I am the voice in the flame. Inside the raging furnace. Where do I find an apology? An apology befitting of my rebelliousness. I fight the fist of that doubt. How many know what it's like to be young, gifted, and crazy? Over the walls of resentment. Why am I so hard for others to accept? Must they slander every corner of my existence? Then let it be as they and why they want it. That's why they are successful. You gotta make a decision. What is it that you want? You can either sit around and listen to testimonies, or you can become one. I am truth in motion. Listen here. Truth is its own gatekeeper. Nothing can stop what truth sets in motion. You gotta stop